Hi, I'm Chef Sarah Glover, and tonight I have the absolute joy of cooking for the community using what the community has actually produced themselves. So we are out here at the Ecology Centre. It is a total regenerative farm. It is a not-for-profit. So tonight Juan and I have actually donated our time to ensure that this beautiful place stays alive and that the community is nourished and fed. That is one of my favourite things, is actually nourishing people, getting to know people and using their produce. So tonight we have got an incredible menu, which you guys will get to have a sneak peek at. We are going to show you a couple of incredible recipes as well. That one is one of Juan's favourite and one is one of my favourite. You're in for an absolute treat being able to see this. Cannot wait to cook for everyone. Hi, I am Chef Sarah Glover and we are at the Ecology Centre because we're doing a community dinner tonight. I think we have nearly 100 people coming. A classic Australian dessert is Pavlova, and this is always served at summertime, and it is summertime here in California even though it's middle of the year. I thought I'd be really ambitious and try cooking it over fire. Seems like impossible, but let's give it a try. So the first thing you're going to do is collect some eggs from the chicken coop. So I've got 4 eggs here and you want to separate them. Now the key to a really good Pavlova is a dry bowl. Preferably you want it to be metal or you would like it to be glass. You don't want to use plastic because plastic absorbs oils and flavour, and we're going to separate our eggs. So what we want to do is be really careful not to get any yolk into our bowl, because that is going to affect the aeration of our Pavlova, and a Pavlova is all about light and fluffy and sweet and delicious. So I'm separating my eggs very carefully. Now a little trick with the eggs is to pop them in the fridge for a bit, and that will help coagulate, or however you say that, the white, so it's not so like super runny. So I have got 4 eggs in my mixing bowl here. And my yolks are going to go in here. Now, the yolks you could make a frittata with. You could also make an egg yolk, what do we call it? Sponge cake is a great thing to do. So we've got 4 egg yolks in here. And what I'm going to do is go and mix them on my KitchenAid with a balloon whisk. Okay, so we're at the Ecology Centre bus. This is their prep kitchen, which I think is such an awesome idea because you would never see me in a kitchen, but when it comes to being a bus, that's a brilliant idea. I'm all about it. So I've got my KitchenAid. They've even got power in here. This is amazing. Gas stove, running water. I am in heaven right about now. Who am I? I'm definitely not the wild chef. So we're going to pop our KitchenAid down and we're going to crank it right up. And this is going to take about 5 to 6 minutes. You want nice, big, white, fluffy peaks. Woohoo, that is noisy. Okay, so you can see nice white fluffy clouds. That's exactly what we want. Stiff white peaks. And at this point, this is when we're going to add our white sugar into it. And simply, my Pavlova is just egg whites and sugar. Pop this down. We're going to pop it on and we're going to add in our sugar to the egg whites, and the idea is that the sugar is actually going to dissolve into our egg whites, so it will take another 5 minutes for that to dissolve into the egg whites. We'll sprinkle it into it gently. It really is such an easy dessert, but it's also really easy to screw up. I think my very first Pavlova I made as a kid, I might have been 13, it turned into a flat pancake. It was terrible, but I did still eat it. Here is our meringue mix, or Pavlova mix, and the way you know that it's ready is it's like light and fluffy like this, but also when you taste it, which you have to taste Pavlova, the sugars should have been dissolved enough that when you eat the meringue mix, you don't taste any granules. So I've got a half sheet pan here with a bit of parchment paper. I'm just adding the parchment paper so that it makes it easier for service a bit later on. And we're just going to bang, which you shouldn't technically do because you spent all that time aerating your Pavlova mix, back into the bowl. We just don't want to waste it. And you want to get a spatula. I can't find one for the life of me. It keeps running away in this kitchen, so this will do. onto our sheet pan. Now, I'm gonna serve this like a rectangle style. So I'm gonna actually spread my pavlova out, whereas you could typically, that looks so lovely. You could typically build it up a little bit into a mound. There's so many things you can do with pavlova, and you can also make them into small ones. And then we're just gonna push it down like this. This makes a nice little like bed for my peaches that we're gonna put on it later on. So we're gonna make amaretto peaches on the fire. And then I am gonna attempt to cook it in my wood fire oven here. All right, so this is what we call an Orno, or a wood fire oven. Now, I have had this burning all day, and I let it basically burn down just to a coal, because you typically want your pavlova to cook at 100 Celsius. I don't know what that is Fahrenheit right about now, but low and slow, and you're wanting to get that lovely crust happening on the outside of your pavlova. So let's just pray that this works out. Okay, so we prepared this one earlier. So it's been in the wood fire oven for about an hour and a half now, and I'm gonna just break a little bit of this apart. It's still got that lovely light chewy flavor to it, which is perfect, but I'm really stoked with how this turned out. And the flavor's like a little smoky, which is so fun. So we're gonna let these sit up here for the rest of the night, and I'm gonna show you when we go to make it for service. Hopefully it'll all come together. Okay, so we're at the point in the night where we're getting ready for dessert. Everything has been a total success, just like my pavlova. I'm so happy with how this guy turned out. So it's got that lovely crunchy top and the marshmallow center, which is what I'm looking for. And the idea now is we're going to be putting in some seasonal peaches, which are the peach. What flavor? Hang on. The yellow flesh peaches with some white sugar in the the Orno. And then we're gonna blister them up, and we're gonna serve it with some of the goat's milk cream. Smash this up, the blistered peaches with some macerated strawberries. It's gonna be so good. I mean, I wish I was sitting at the table. All right, peaches are going in the Orno. Woo, she's hot. So good. Check it out. So I've smashed my pavlova on my pan here, and then this is the goat's milk cream, which we've just added the tiniest amount of sugar to it, and it's sour and fresh and delicious, and you just want to smear that into your pavlova. And then we've got the macerated strawberries here that have been in a little bit of pomegranate vinaigrette and sugar, and then we're just popping as much as you want on top. And over here, you're gonna have to follow me, Nick. We've got our peaches. All right, so we've got our stone fruit peaches here that we're just gonna pop a couple of them on top. They're nice and jammy. Chef Juan has done them in the fire here, and they are looking phenomenal. Burnt peaches, wood fire oven pavlova with macerated strawberries. I mean, that's just so good. You must try it. Light a fire. Thank you so much for watching. Now, don't forget to subscribe and like below if you love it. Leave me a comment. Let me know about anything that you would love to see or you're wanting to learn about. Fire related, food related, hunting related, whatever you want. Thank you so much for being a part of my community.